You have the Kenya High Commission in London, which started, like registering late. They even have more people than DC. They are at 115 and 35 transfers. Doha is at 108 and transfers 311. And I think Doha, it says something, like in the last few years, there's a lot of Kenyans who went to work there. I see here, Kaleche is asking how many people registered in the DMV. It's a very embarrassing number, even for us to talk about here. As of Monday this week, earlier Monday this week, there was less than 100. And I don't mean 100,000, I mean 100 people. I think there was 98, and then there was a couple of people who had registered to change station, another 100. So I think there are no more, than 200 voters, that turned up to.
Now let's look at the number of new
voters.
Yeah,
198.
that's the new that he was talking about. Yeah.
So let's new, because the guys who are 100 who are changing station, that's different.
Yeah.
Because then they're already registered.
Yeah.
It's the new persons, the new people.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess Monday we'll know the number.
Yeah, and DMV, by the way, was the highest in the US. We had like 60 something in LA. We had, I think, 50 something in New York. I mean, I hope this last week will bring, I hope
difference in numbers, and
I hope people
especially
came
after
out.
Wednesday when the ID thing started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll say this. Michael Joseph once said that Kenyans are a peculiar lot. Peculiar, and he got slammed. And subsequent to this registration process, diaspora, Kenyans, especially in the DMV, are a peculiar lot.
Now, as for, let me just see, because I'm trying to see. Yeah, so I do have some of those numbers here just for Kaleche's sake. Like these numbers. No, actually, this was in the first week. I'm gonna try to find the numbers for the second week, but basically those numbers
you sent them to us. Check the group.
Yeah,
I think you have it in the group.
Yeah, but those numbers basically, they were very ugly. And my biggest fear, I know, like in Dallas, mnataka iki tuiletwe na nini. But to me, my biggest fear is this thing is taken to all those places and they list, approximately the same number, 100 people, 150 people.
45.
Yeah, that's gonna be so embarrassing to all these, members of parliament that we've been lobbying, all these government officials that we've been telling them that diaspora has been waiting for this for a long time, this is what we need to do. Yeah. So actually I found it, and in DC, so Kaleche, pay attention to this. In DC, this is as of Monday, earlier this week. So people who registered from Sunday and before, we had 98 total registered new voters, 23 transfers, and I think the transfer and particular changes
are the same. Yeah, it's the same number because it's a change.
Yeah. So in New York, we had a whopping 61 people and 24 transfers. In the Kenya consulate in LA, we had 50 people and 14 transfers. You have the Kenya High Commission in London, which started, registering late. They even have more people than DC. They are at 115 and 35 transfers. Doha is at 108 and transfers 311. And I think Doha, it says something, like in the last few years, there's a lot of Kenyans who went to work there.
Yes.
So I think these are people who voted in recent elections and they're changing stations. So I think Doha is one of those stations that will have a lot of people. And then also Juba in South Sudan. they had 204 registered and 174 transferred. So total number in registered in the diaspora, new registrations is 1,054, and transfers is total is 1,072. So these numbers are
Pathetic.
they're pathetic. So the smallest constituency in Kenya, as per the 2017 election, had like 14,000. It was Lafay constituency in, I think in Wajiro, Mandera. I can't remember exactly what county it's in. They had 14,000. So for us to justify, because we talked about, like we want representation. For us to justify representation, we have at least to match the smallest constituency in Kenya, which has 15,000 voters. Now, as per the last election, there were like maybe 4,000 and something registered voters. I mean, of course, some are going to be purged. When you add these new ones, I don't know. To me, I'll be happy if globally we get to 15,000 voters. I doubt we're going to get there, because we already have 4,000 who'd been registered in previous elections. And then we have so far
additional 15.
Additional, like it's around 2,000 so far, because when you count the change in details and
Yeah.
So it's about 2,000. So we are at around, as we speak right now, we're at around 6,000. Still not the number that we wanted, but like the way some of these diaspora numbers have been exaggerated, at least there are 1 million Kenyans in the US. That, by the way, is a very exaggerated number. It's just false. It's not true. But I think some of those exaggeration are now coming home to roost. To me, like if we get a total of 1,000, not even in DC, in the whole of the US, I'll be, just based on the projections that we've had, I'll be happy. I don't think we're going to be even 1,000 registered voters. I will be so happy if I am proved
DC?
wrong.
In
No,
DC or in
DC, talking about the whole of the US. Talking about the whole of the US. I don't think we're going to get to 1,000 registered voters. And I hope I am wrong. I will be happy to
maybe
be
watu wa West Coast. What time is it? The 11:03.
They've got time.
No, but see, they just finished.
8.
No, it's done.
It's
They
done.
they
It's
finished. Remember?
Yeah,
3 hours.
it's done. So Kaleche, the reason why tunaogopa hii kitu ipelekwe, si ati kuogopa, yani we just have a fear. Like if it goes out there and then we start clocking numbers like 20-something people came to register, like hii kitu, our bluff will be called.